Hello and welcome to our fourth video of memory revision.
If you've listened to the first three, then this is the last one of memory.
Woo!
And that's like a third of the way before your exam, which is always good.
Fun stuff.
Right, today, what are we doing, Sarah?
Memory improvement.
Yes, which is chunking,
Method of loci.
narrative chaining,
Acronyms.
and elaboration. Right, let's kick off with mnemonic, which is just memory improvement strategy. Number one, which is...
Chunking.
Chunking. This is from the multi-store model, which suggests that if you put information in meaningful chunks, then we can remember things more. Like you do that with telephone numbers or postcodes, like 079084254996. You can try ringing that number, but it doesn't work anymore. I've tried.
Whose number is it?
That was my first ever mobile number, 079084254996. Oh. I won't read out any other numbers. For example, SF, a random secretive stranger, managed to remember 80 digits if you put them in a group. Also, you could remember 3 minutes. No, you could remember 3492. It's 3 minutes 49 seconds and 2 milliseconds. That's another way of chunking, which is always good. So yeah, next is mnemonic number 2, the method of loci, where you think of a familiar place like your house and you peg or hang up your information in various locations, and then when you need to access it, you take an imaginary walk around the location. This relies on the fact that the location is familiar and it can be used to trigger the memories. For example, if you need to remember a list of animals, like a fox, dog, cat, you can imagine a cat in your bed, a fox in your bath, and a dog sat on a bench in your garden, and then those little funny images will stay in your head, or similar things. Yeah, basically, and it's a good way of remembering more difficult material. They're in effect acting as retrieval cues, and it's making the imagery more complex and meaningful, really. And research has showed improvement. The study is the 32-word study. One group used rote learning, which is just rehearsing, whilst the other group used the loci method. The loci method group remembered 78%, and the rehearsal group, or the rote memory, used 25%. So it shows that it works.
Third one is narrative chaining.
Mnemonic number 3. This is where you have a little short story where you put words into meaningful context and one is connected to the other in a chain or a narrative of information. For example, dog, and then the next word is cat, and then the next word's rat. The dog ate the cat peed on the rat, because then you just remembered dog, cat, rat, like that. Brilliant example, I know. How it works, we'll do a little how it works. It combines the pathways, so your verbal and your visual is sort of combined, and because you combine the two pathways using the working memory model, you've got an extra chance of remembering it, which is a nice little thing there. Does it work? Yes, it does. Evidence: the 12 lists of disconnected words containing 12 words, or 144 words in total. That study, they were used narrative method. Or there was another group that were given no instructions in particular. The narrative group recalled an average of 94% of the words. That is a lot of words. The non-narrative group recalled an average of 14%. So yeah, using mental imagery shows that it does work. What's the new one? What's the new, the fourth?
Mnemonic 4 is acronyms.
Right. Formed of the first letter of a string of other words, typically difficult to associate. For example, because big elephants can always understand clever elephants. I don't know, I made that up. No, that's not how you spell it. So, wait, you get the point. Because. Yeah, I can't spell because. Anyway, you know what I mean. Actually, there's an example here. Roy Gabiv, or red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Richard of York gave battle in vain. There we are. You now know the colours of the rainbow unless you're colourblind.
Like you.
So, the evaluation. Memorised doesn't necessarily mean understood, which is evident in cases of like photosynthesis and stuff. That was a random thing. The costs outweigh the benefits because you take ages thinking about trying to remember it. It probably doesn't be that helpful, and it's not that effective if it isn't meaningful. So the acronym has got to mean something, or it's got to be funny, otherwise you don't really remember it. And the last mnemonic.
Last but not least is elaboration.
This is the method that is stated in the mod-still model. It's just repetition. So, bad things, really, is that it's simply repeated so that it's maintained. So, elaborative rehearsal was better, basically, where you rehearse it by giving more attention to it, by changing it in some way. So you relate it to information you already have. So a telephone number, you could make it into a rhyme. That's what I mean by making it more meaningful. So you're paying more attention to it, and so you're giving it meaning. And yeah, increases the chance of you remembering it. Again, with the different stores, verbal and visual and sound and all that rubbish. And yeah, so that's what that is. That's it. That was quick. That was all very nice and lovely and jolly. Finish us off, Sarah, with a nice little finishing.
So that is the last of memory revision. We hope this has helped. And yeah, please listen for our next section, which will be attachment.
Yes, I'm very sorry if you're sick of my voice. Sarah might do a bit more talking.
Maybe, I don't know.
Bye.
Bye.